Hello, we're starting a new math chapter already. This one is going to be about multiplication, but with really big numbers, and you're going to do great with that challenge. The chapter opens up with a story called Junior Ranger, and I'm going to read that to you now. I didn't know a national park could be so fun. We got to go hiking and watch bighorn sheep and learned what a marmot was, said Cyrus, skipping along the path with Horatio, bounding alongside. Cyrus, Haley's energetic, curly-haired 8-year-old brother, had joined her here at the Rocky Mountain National Park and was having the time of his life. Now they were headed to Junior Ranger headquarters to claim the Junior Ranger badge Cyrus had earned. He suddenly turned around and gave Haley a big grin, which was missing a tooth. "You must learn a lot visiting all these parks," he observed. Haley smiled at her brother's enthusiasm. "True, and not just about nature. Actually, I've learned a lot of things about math from a biblical worldview." "What on earth does that mean?" Cyrus asked. Haley explained, "Well, to be specific, I've learned that math shows the world is designed, and math doesn't have all the answers, but it can help us work, and it can help us help other people." Cyrus stood fiddling with a loose tooth, still confused. Haley chuckled. "Tell you what, let's try to find examples and see how these truths show up in real life. I'm sure we'll see one before long." When they finally reached headquarters, Cyrus marched to the front desk. "I'm here for my badge," he declared. Horatio hopped up onto the counter and gave a chirp as if to say, he earned it. The man behind the desk, whose name tag read Ranger Dan, grinned. "Well, I'd be happy to give it to you." He slid open a drawer, and then the smile disappeared. "I'm sorry, son. It appears we're out of badges." He shrugged apologetically. "I guess I need to order more. We never seem to order enough." Cyrus spoke up. "It's all right, mister. If you like, we could help you figure out how many you need to order." Haley nodded. "Yeah, we could use math to help you. Do you know how many badges you gave out last month?" The ranger looked hopeful. "We keep records in the back. Let me go check." He ducked into the office and then reappeared a minute later with a clipboard and a pencil. "Looks like last month we gave out 189 badges, he said. Haley thought for a moment. "Well, maybe you could order enough for the next 3 months. If you do the math ahead of time, you'll be able to help people better and you won't run out of badges as soon," she explained. Ranger Dan nodded. "Good idea. So now what?" Cyrus spoke up this time. "You should round up to estimate how many badges you'll need." The ranger tapped his head with his pencil and then scribbled something. "I think I figured it out," he said, then reached into his pocket. "Oh, and guess what I found in the office?" His eyes twinkled as he held up a Junior Ranger badge. He handed it to Cyrus and ruffled the boy's hair. Haley and Cyrus thanked him, then turned to leave. As Horatio jumped onto her shoulder, Haley looked at her brother. "So, did you notice which worldview truth about math we used just now?" "Already?" Cyrus said with a surprise. "I'll have to think about that. In the meantime," he said with a grin, "which park are we headed to next? Do you know which worldview truth about math that they just used?"